if you think you look disgusting, and you want to start liking that person you see in the mirror. Hi, Will Perry. Welcome to another Keeping the Conversation Alive. I hope you're well. Let's get rid of this. So if you think you look disgusting, but maybe you wouldn't tell people that, you wouldn't. It makes me think of the thing. My truth indicator. Now, if I plug this into your subconscious, and just it's where's your subconscious? Just there. Sorry, there. Yep. Ooh. Oh, that's enough of that. I know and I can hear how negative, how disgusting your thoughts are about yourself. You'd never share that stuff. You'd be shot down by your friends, by your loved ones for thinking such things about yourself. Yet it goes on all the time. And most of the time you don't even hear it anymore because it's so quiet. That voice is so quiet. But it's there and it guides your every move, your decisions, everything, your life. It alters it imperceptibly sometimes, that you blame other circumstances, but it's actually what's going on in here. This is big stuff. I always say it's big stuff because it is big stuff. So I hope you're well today. So this is a horrid place to be. If you look in the mirror and you go, ugh, oh God, lots of stories flooding to my head immediately. One, maybe you know this story, but of one of the tribees, one of the my clients, used to cover the mirrors in their house just so they don't have to look at themselves. Isn't that an awful way to live? And I've had clients that have taken the mirrors down so they can reduce the amount of disgust that they have in their day. And ironically, these people are there's nothing wrong with them. They're perfectly attractive people, perfectly imperfect people, just like the rest of us. Yet they've got such disgust and contempt for themselves and their own self-image, self-harming, eating disorders, body dysmorphia. You probably know all this stuff. There's so much there. It's a horrid place to be. Yet we have 100% control over this. Yet we wouldn't think that we do. We don't realise it. And that's a sad place to be. For me, for anybody, that's a sad place to be, that we actually have 100%, that's 100% control over this, because it's in here. Yet we do not realise, and that's a sad way to live. That's a sad way to be, a sad existence. So I'm all about changing that. I want to change that. Help me get the word out there. Spread this. Like, comment, and subscribe. By God, I'm pressing that button. Take test as well, but share this stuff out there because I want to help the. And when I have money, I'll more money. I'll money to advertise. I was going to say I'll do more, and you'll see more, and I'll be more visible, and But for the moment, I'm kind of having to sit on organic reach. So please help me share this stuff. Share this stuff. Thank you. And thank you. So, we don't realise this stuff and that we have so much control over it. Yet we get confused into and kind of drawn into doing something external and thinking that'll fix it. So a course, exercise, a diet, anything, working in your business to make yourself feel good, earning more money, financial success or success, notoriety in your business or your organization, getting security, whatever that is to you. But that doesn't work because that doesn't change the core belief. It might give you confidence in what you're doing and your ability to do something external, but it doesn't change this. So do you know, have you ever heard about unhappy millionaires? Have you billionaires? I know of some, and they are, and it's like, God, so fixated on just making the money, but that doesn't change how you feel. And it's like often when people get to that, they had everything and they give away. I think that's an awesome story. Almost become Buddhist and change and transform their lives. It was like when they had so much before, that financial, that materialistic stuff, and then they forgo that and they become richer. And it's like, isn't that interesting? So there's the work that needs to be done in here to get that enlightenment, if you like that expression. It's the internal that fixes things, because you start to understand rather than the external that's going to fix things. So although there's an irony of me saying a course, well, of course I've got a course, of course, but the course is about fixing the internal, not about another external thing, like doing, in my past I thought, I just need a marketing course, I just need a branding course, I need a funnel course, I need how to sell a funnel, I need the traffic funnel, I need... No. So, but I mean, all those are viable. You need those skills and tools as an entrepreneur, but that in itself doesn't fix it because of what's in here. So we look very often for external fixes, health, fitness, well-being, and all that sort of stuff. It has an impact, but it doesn't change the core negative, for me, mother all beliefs. So it's only by going inside, doing the internal work, that you will change this and create the shift, by understanding what's gone on, why you have this propensity for this negativity, why you look in the mirror and go, ugh, why you think you have this tendency to, for disgust. And there's on the five personality traits, the big five, and the personality traits within it, there's really interesting stuff about the disgust sensitivity. But you often find that with OCD, it's because it's triggering this disgust thing, that you can't tolerate mess or dirt, or you can't tolerate things, so you have to, that kind of links with eating disorders. This disgust about, so disgust sensitivity is a very interesting thing. Go and search Jordan Peterson for that, and put Jordan Peterson disgust. Bring up some really interesting things for you about that. It could be built into our personality. So it's really interesting stuff. But we need to change in here first, our perception of ourselves, because at the moment it could be twisted and it give us very different outcomes from the ones we are working towards. Kind of self-sabotage. We sabotage ourselves. So you need to find your own path. Of course, you need to find your own path. I've created, for me, found my own path, and that's what I've been doing the last 13 plus years, and wanting to share. Oh my God, people don't know this stuff, and that's changed and altered hugely over this 13 plus year journey. And I've created the pathway out of that. I've got the online program, I've got the Mother All Beliefs, the story document, the paradigm shift, and the realization pathway, all the focus, the accountability, the coaching sessions, and I've got it into 3 different interventions, how I can help in 3 different ways. Of course, you find your own way. You find your own person who speaks of this problem, rather than what you need to do externally or whatever. For me, it's 3 different levels. It's working with you one-to-one, but obviously my time is hugely limited, so I can't, in terms of one-to-one clients, but I can take on one-to-one clients, but it's exclusive and expensive. You'd expect that from one-to-one work, so you don't have to go and look at a screen. You get to look at me. So the one-to-one level is very limited, because it's limited by my availability. Then there's one to a few, where I work in this kind of mastermind view with just a few people, and the support of all the stuff, the pathway that I've created. That's awesome, because it's working in this way that I've worked at the BBC in the corporate world, and it's a fantastic way. Group coaching, I love that stuff. Or the one-to-many, and of course the financial input, investment for these is biggest with the one-to-one, of course, where my time is most limited. The one-to-few is quite, it's obviously the midway, but still quite an investment, because you're getting access to me and that insight directly into your core problem. Or the third one is that the lowest and most accessible to the to the widest audience, and that's the core pathway. So there's different ways that I've laid out to help people, because I think this is a fascinating and such a kind of unique way to changing the core problem. And I see this in so many courses and so many things and so many interventions and counselling and psychotherapy and everything. And it's like, it's not addressing the real problem. I get a bit fixated by it, which I have, and I am, and I shall continue to do that. So I think it's fascinating. If this speaks to you, come and find out. Dive into the subject. I invite you to dive into the subject. by the people I've mentioned, by my stuff. If my approach, if my personality speaks to you, then it will. If it doesn't, absolutely go and find somebody that does. But don't ignore it. Don't think Will has this subject. It's not my subject. It's just my approach to this subject. So go and dive into this subject. Yeah, I've been doing it, like I say, 13 plus years, and I've changed hugely, and had many revelations along the way, and shall continue to do so. I need to stay open to the learning, as I hope you do. How are we doing on time? So 10 minutes, right? Okay. So let me know what have been the revelations for you, the key points for you, and from what source? From who was it? What was it? That gave you this real change? No, not just change of thought, although that's key, but that actually changed your actions. Because it's all well and good to have this academic knowledge, but if it's not real, academic, not real, then it doesn't create the shift in actions. What actually created the shift in actions for you, where you did things differently and were able to take action and change for you? I'd be really interested in that. It's all about keeping the conversation alive. So do that. Take the test if this is new to you, or if you haven't already, just gives you that score. And I think it's a really interesting indicator. I've had people clients that come in on 7. All right, and come out at 26 after working on the program and everything. It's like lovely to notice that transformation, both for them and for me as well, to see that score change. So by all means, take the test. I think it's really, and it's confidential. It's a really interesting thing. But also, let me know, what have been the key change points for you, and what was it? Who was it? I'd be really interested in that. Many thanks. Hope you have an awesome speak to you. It's the day that we're going out. It's Friday, so have an awesome weekend. That's what I'm trying to say. Have an awesome weekend. But if you're watching this on another time, on another format rather than the emails, then I hope you have an awesome rest of the day. And if you're not signed up to the emails, the link is in the description. All right, many thanks. Speak to you soon, or just message me. All right, bye-bye.